Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mr. Films Only here. Now, I want to ask everyone for their opinion on the 4.41 update for the PlayStation 3. Now, websites was like, 4.40 jailbreak coming soon, and then obviously Sony surprised them all with 4.41 jailbreak. They changed all the keys and everything like that. So if you see any websites saying that there's a 4.41 jailbreak, just turn your head and go the other way. There is no jailbreaks. In my other videos, people have been commenting saying they're not fake, they're not fake. I know the jailbreaks are not fake. I'm trying to say that people, websites, scammers are telling people that they have a jailbreak which they can put over an official firmware. So people are telling them on websites and everything that you can be running 4.41 official firmware downloaded from Sony, and this 4.41 custom firmware will work over the top. Now that is never ever ever going to happen, guys. Never. Because after the 3.56 update, Sony made it impossible so you could jailbreak it after that. Now, if your PS3 is already running a custom firmware, whether it's 3.55, 3.40, 4.1, 4.40, if your PS3 is already running a custom firmware, then you can download the custom firmware 4.41 and it will work. I've never said that it does not work. I've said that if you're running official firmware which you have downloaded from Sony or from a different website and it says it's official firmware, then you cannot jailbreak official firmware no more. You see loads of videos on YouTube, you see loads of fake download addresses, Shaycast who gotta fill in surveys to get this download which don't even work. Websites, like TransAM, FGX, or I don't even know what it's called. You gotta pay $12, which is about £8, about €7-8 as well. It all depends where you're from. You've got to pay money just to even get there, and I've looked at the reviews of the website and I've been told that they steal the ideas or their screenshots and everything off a different website like www.ps3hacks.com. They are a big one. I think they're very trusted. I would not advise you to go to that TransAM FXG. I would not advise that at all. I mean, you're paying for something. I got sent this little Skype chat which the PS3 Hacks admin and the AMFXG, whatever it's called, that website, I just said the two admins had a big row, a big bust up on Skype, and yeah, the Skypes got leaked. I think it was on purpose just to show that obviously they are a fake website. And he was saying, that he earns thousands of pounds a week. I mean, it's $12. I mean, it's only $12, £8. That's nothing, If you've got money, then £8 is nothing. If you haven't got money, £8 is quite a lot of money. And I think these websites, saying that they have the jailbreaks and they're working, it's just lying. I mean, I visited the website. I'm a PS3 user. You know what I mean? Obviously, everybody loves to have a jailbreak. I visited the website, see what shit they got to offer, and well, it's the same shit basically. As soon as the 4.41 update came out, they changed it from 4.40 jailbreak to 4.41. So all those people who was waiting and waiting 2, 3, 4 months to have the 4.40 jailbreak, all that time wasted. Now they're saying they're gonna do the 4.41 jailbreak, which you're gonna wait now until Sony brings out another update, and then they'll change it to 4.42, or wherever the update is out next. So they're never gonna actually give you the update. They just want you to think they're gonna give you the update. And like I said, unless you're already running a custom firmware, like a GeoHot, or any other one, any other versions, unless you're running an actual custom firmware which makes your PlayStation 3 already jailbroken, then you cannot jailbreak your PS3 no more. If you're running any official firmware after 3.56, then it is impossible to jailbreak your PS3. And that is a promise. It doesn't matter who you ask or what the websites tell you. You can pay the money to get a download, you can try the download, and I can tell you now that it won't work. It will never work. I can't stress this enough. I tried stressing in other videos, and I think a few people took it the wrong way, thinking that I said that you can never jailbreak it, and what I said in the actual brackets was fake. And what I mean by that is, like I just said, people saying that it works on official firmware, which it does not. Custom firmware now will only work on other custom firmwares on people's PS3s. So like I'm going to explain again to you, just in case people don't understand, if you're running the new 4.41 or anything after 3.56, so that includes 3.7, 3.8, 4.1, anything, you cannot have a jailbroken console. I'm sorry, I know people don't really want to know that. They think, oh yeah, come on, I can still have it, but you can't. If you're running a 4.40 custom firmware and you know it's a custom firmware, then you can have the 4.41 jailbreak. You can have it when someone releases it. But unless you're already running a custom firmware, then there's no chance. There's no chance at all, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, just to clarify from my last videos, and just to give all the update on the new, the new scam that everyone's trying to pull on the 4.41, thinking that they're jailbroken, etc. So leave a like if you liked. Obviously, if you didn't like, dislike. It's up to you, it's your opinion. Leave a comment, of what you think about all the websites, and if you know any other website, then I will make more videos to get them out there. Purely on the base of, I think it's bad that people even think of trying to lure people in, like yourselves and myself, into websites, thinking that there is a possibility where you can jailbreak your console, and then obviously they just throw it right back in your face after they have your money, and obviously it's all going to cost money. They're not going to give it away for free because it's such a big thing, and so it's basically stealing off you. So like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't. Leave a comment of any other websites which obviously are trying to give out fake, fake jailbreaks, you gotta pay for, etc. Subscribe if you want to know more about PS3s. I normally do videos, every 2 to 3 days, as much as I can. And well, peace out, guys.